I want to clarify a few things in the Kansas City case. So, reports state that April, who is Clayton's fiance, had broken through a basement window and then saw the first body on the porch. I think a lot of people, including myself, just kind of assumed that she had gone in through the back because this window right here, even though the screen is out, would appear to be on the main floor. But come to find out, she had tried to walk around to the back, but couldn't open the fence. So this right here in front is in fact the window that she broke in. I talked to some people who said that this goes down to the basement. So that's why she didn't initially see the body. She went downstairs and then she looked out a window and happened to see it. I also want it to be known that as soon as she got in through that window, she was hollering out Jordan's name, making her presence known. But there was no response from him, even though he was there at the house. Now, also regarding April, I don't know why, but I've seen a lot of comments from people asking, why didn't she go over there sooner? So I spoke with some friends of these guys who said that they were very responsible. So if they had been drinking and were intoxicated or whatever, sometimes they would stay over at each other's houses. Hey, I give them credit for that. So the fact that he didn't go home that Sunday evening, it wasn't too alarming. But then obviously not being able to get a hold of him, then him not coming home again on Monday evening, you start to think, what the hell's going on? And then people are wondering, well, he didn't show up for work the next day, so wouldn't calls have been made at that point? And in the GoFundMe that's set up for April, it states that he worked as a subcontractor for a construction company, and being this time of the year, work was really slow. And speaking of GoFundMes, there's one set up for Ricky Johnson's funeral expenses. You guys, I've seen so many comments of speculation with these guys, like, oh, well, they must have been into this and they must have been into that. They seemed like good dudes, you know, like a good circle of friends. They liked football. Ricky had 3 daughters. Clayton was about to get married. Here's the GoFundMe for David. And speaking of, Dave was literally the flower girl at one of his friends' weddings. Look, there's Ricky sitting there. So if you're going to follow this case and leave a comment, please have a little compassion for the friends and family of these 3 dudes because they're going through so much. I mean, something very clearly happened to these guys. I don't believe for one second it was anything that they did to themselves and then, you know, they just froze to death as a result of it. Absolutely not. Somebody did something.